Oh my god. There we go, Stuka. There we go. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 117 here, and today I am casting your Company of Heroes 2 replays, but apparently they're all in Red Ball Express. Not on purpose, but that's just how people send it to me. Anyway, if you have a game, submit it to, of course, my Gmail or Discord, and the people who possibly submitted it include General Zero, JH, we also have, let's see, I guess, Light Blue here, we got Green, we got Taz, Joey, D-Gaming, and Manta. 2 Brits, 2 Soviet versus 2 OKW, and 2 Austere. And again, if you would like to support the channel, please hit that follow button if you're watching live on Twitch, because I do these live on Sundays. And then on when they go live on YouTube, again, like, subscribe. It absolutely helps out the channel, so thank you. What also probably helps, this Kubel to try and do its best to hold back Manta's infantry section. Though, the MG, hopefully if we can get back here and lay down suppressive fire, should be able to keep them from advancing further. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have enough firepower to keep Austere in control of this fuel. Looks like we have Sturms trying to grab that point. D-Gaming has gone with Terror Tactics and Penals, which is interesting to say the least. Because again, he should be able to out-DPS the Sturms long range. Sturms might just dive in though. We'll see how effective that is. Overall, we got additional Penals, Engineers, Infantry section, trying to push on in, but the Germans have already captured the right-hand side. More Penals by Joey. Interesting Penal strat. It's like they're actually good. Chat, I know, that's hard to believe, but it looks like Penals might actually be good. I say that as Sturms dive on in, so yeah, Greed is not having any of this. It is trying to kill the unit, but they're holding. Oh, never mind. Oh, great mortar hit and good KO. Remember, Penals are meant to die, so that's fine. Anyway, we also have our engineers moving on in. Let's see, Pioneers on standby, being hit by mortar fire, which again, Light Blue has, which is good. Let's see here, any other mortars? We got a mortar on left with Sport, so it looks like General Zero, both Austeres have done a really good job at supporting their team and making sure that they can help out. Push on the left by the British did not, and Soviet did not go well. Infantry section now under mortar fire. Some Penals pushing on in, but Volk squads in good cover are holding them back, and that's what all they need to do. They can put a good solid defense, especially with more players coming on in. Universal Carrier very low, probably needs to pull back. We do have a Vickers machine gun, but Manta is at disadvantage right now with no support. Grenadiers taking the fuel, and that will be double fuel for the Axis this early on, which could be very, very bad overall for the Allies if they cannot get those resources. Speaking of which, German launched a counterattack. JH managing to take over the munitions. And also, on the far right, Germans did take the other munition point, though possibly Joey can take it back. Taz, by the way, my Vanguard operation. So again, he has the assault officer he can deploy from 4 logistics. I'm sorry, not assault officer. Commandos he can deploy from the 4 logistics collider, which also act as retreat, croc, airstrikes, you name it. So pretty good stuff. Meanwhile, again, on the Axis side, we do have fortifications, so maybe Green can start locking this area down. Tank traps, barbed wire, we already saw some of this. Additional bunkers, flak guns, you know, stuff to really make it difficult for the Soviets to advance. So we'll see what they end up doing. Let's see right now. Sturms are taking a decent chunk of the territory. Kubel as well on standby. MG and mortar still there. Universal Carrier coming with the flamethrower, but again, this MG actually nowhere near getting armor-piercing rounds, which could be the one saving grace. If the Universal Carrier can burn a lot of the MG's models and wear it down, then maybe, just maybe, he can hope. Oh, nice flank too. Kills the mortar. Great job by Joey and Taz working together. Left side might be falling apart here. Volk squad's under fire. Universal Carrier gives that small window, even though the fire may not be the best versus the Kubel. Maybe an AT grenade will be enough. Volk squad's trying to fill in the blanks though, trying to fill in the gaps. But a whole lot of very good infantry. By the way, I think 5-man squads. No, they're just very weak. Needs medics. Needs a lot of medics. But they're pushing on in. Volk squad as well. Penal again. The mortar. Oh, nice. Okay, so they did pick up the mortar, but Did he lose the squad doing so? He might have. Oh, no. One-man Panzer Grenadier model. You get Panzer Grenadiers a mortar? All right. I mean, that is certainly a choice. Speaking of which, is the... Nope, folks. He's paying attention. If you're watching this live, you can look at the stats of all the players real quick for those who are tuning on in, though, live or via YouTube. You can see here that overall the Axis do have a small disadvantage, but not by much. Although, by God, 2-7 D-gaming. Oof. A little bit of an oof right there. But it looks like he's just saying, you know what, screw the left. I'm coming out to help the allies on the right. It's going to be an allied party as lots of penals jump on in and deal with the Grenadiers. 222 though coming on in. A PTRS rifle could do wonders against it. But looks like actually a lot of Green's forces are going to be put to the wayside. Yeah, Kugel's down. Volk Squad's very low on health. Penals, again, generally could be upgraded, but they have... also, I love how D-gaming has 700 manpower. Okay. Saving up for something, I see. But anyway, looks like even though Germans did lose this territory, they're not out of the woods yet. They have a small defense force if they do keep pushing. Overlay not updated yet for the stats for this game. Oh, interesting. Thank you, chat. Good to know, Dr. Angel. Alright. So, I'll have to see why that's the case. Scout car is pushed back. Right now, we have ourselves... again, still some decent German defenses. On the far left, we have actually airborne forces by D-Gaming lying in wait. Do they actually see them? No. But Grenadiers with a half-track can be really difficult for any troops to deal with. MG kind of covering. 222 opening fire on the Brits. I love this guy being pushed with heroic charge to throw the AT grenade. Great job with Manta and the assault officer so he can get close. Throw the AT grenade and kill the 222. Nice job. He upgraded with DPs and killed the MG, but I don't think he's going to kill the mortar. Not mortar, the Grenadiers. Although the assault officer is coming on in. Oh, wait, nope. Bunkers there is going to suppress. No AT to deal with that, so I think the British assault will go falter a little bit. Again, right now, a lot of Grenadiers can reinforce, thanks to General Zero having a decent helping of manpower that he can spread through his half-track. MG can open fire, hopefully. Yeah, and mortar team hits the Vickers machine gun, so Manta's assault, while decently effective, was not enough to break the German line. It was enough to cause havoc, though, so that's a good sign. And again, the British can get some AT, get some additional forces, heal up. 5-man squads, they have the firepower if they come back. Which I don't think Joey will be... No, Joey's Penal actually does get out. Although we have light blue coming on in. Engineer in mid is being pushed back. Kubel died, fortunately, there. And, yeah, no, Germans will retake that position, putting the Allies into a further desperate position as they get down to about 130-point loss in the lead. And Germans might even take that one step further with the right-hand side. Volk squads by Green are advancing on the MG here by Taz. Taz has called in a glider, which is a good reinforce point, but he can't call it in just yet. Does some of the resources upgraded. He did upgrade a couple of command posts, but again, nowhere near to getting any fuel. So that is a key issue. Panzer Grenadiers and Volk squads are chilling out right there, trying to do their best. 222 as well, watching over the territory. And Sturm's overall taking it. So yeah, additional pressure is going to be put on the Allies overall. Penals in mid are advancing. Again, with a very good airborne unit with DPs. Half-track being made, so again, my idea is either he's going to get AA or he's going to try to reinforce. Either one's good, but we're at the 10-minute mark, so one of those needs to be, or he needs to get an additional AT unit. Something needs to be done because, yeah, the Germans, because of the fuel income they've received, I would be shocked if we didn't see Panzer IVs here very soon. I know 222s and half-tracks will delay that, but generally speaking, that should be coming around the corner. Alright, nice Stuka. By nice, I mean you completely whiffed it. So yeah, Green, additional recon, which he does have. Again, he can get with medics. If you get the medic building, you can get the infrared half-track. It's not really infrared anymore, it's just a searchlight, but you can use the recon ability on it. Nice bundle grenade. Assault officer almost dies, but wow. Japan's Grenadiers almost die as well. FG section push on up. AT guns on standby. So at least light green has AT. So good job for him. Who has AT? Wow. Okay. Nice Obosodaten. JH. I see you're going that. You have AT though. And AT gun, which is actually very effective against the Universal Carrier. Bunker. Wow. General Zero is going to bunker spam. Not the guy with that going fortifications. Well, yet anyway. British forces though are slowly dealing with it by artillery and AT, which good job for them getting AT. D Gaming getting an ST-76, so alright. AA is good, but 76? I mean, look, I get it, the artillery barrage could be very solid, so it is curious to see that. But he will have at least some AT. Joey has 1 penals, so probably needs a little more. Though has a tier 4 building, so could probably get an S285 or T34 here soon, just for general armor. And Taz does not have AT, which could be an issue. Though, as a Vet 3 Universal Carrier, Joey also with counterattacks, which I am very excited for. 222 just trying to just pulverize the shock troops and make them unable to shoot. Very funny. Grenadiers holding on to the fuel. Commandos coming on in to surprise the Grenadiers, putting enough pressure to make them retreat. Yeah, the 222 is like, oh, I don't really have much support anymore. I need to get out of here. Right now, Penal's holding on, and at least the Allies have that. So, overall, again, they're still down, although maybe if Manta can take this, that would stop the bleed. But they're down 220 VPs right now. It is a very slippery slope for the Axis. The Allies right now, if they don't get something. But maybe the 76 will turn the tide. Although this Stuka looks like it hit mid. Green, did you hit anything with it? No! Once again, we have a negative impact. I repeat, we have a negative impact. So, yeah, no, nothing of note was hit. Again, most of this allied forces are being withdrawn from this sector. There's 1 Universal Carrier, but I don't think it's going to hold against the 222. And very angry Panzer Grenadiers. Germans have you? Oh, wow. Actually, we have double fortifications. JH and... wow, they've both take fortifications. LEFH spam? Are we going to get that? If so, at least the Allies do have a direct strike thanks to D-Gaming over here, who's engaging the Obosodaten, always annoying to fight. He throws a grenade, luckily dodged the Obosodaten's bundle. That grenade was also dodged. Additional penals coming on in. AA half-tracks pulled back because of the AT gun, but the Allies focused it, so now that opens up the corridor and will allow the AA half-track to move on in to suppress the infantry. Nice bundle, hits the penals, forcing them back. A half-track, though, can move on in and stop the Obosodaten. Good pick, though. And again, JH killed 2 penals in that engagement, which is a big loss. And unfortunately, AT was recrewed. And I think this might be game over unless he steps on it and gets the behind here. D-Gaming, good. Oh, shit. That's, fortune. What? No! Wasn't paying attention. All right. Retreat! Retreat, comrade! He didn't Faust us. I don't know why. AT gun also can hit to 76, but luckily the terrain hits it. German forces gotta give a hand out to General Zero for holding this sector. He has upgraded about phase 3, but he's not got... So I'm assuming he's saving up for like a Brumbar or something. That would be my guess. That way he can try to hold the line to the best of his ability. Assault officer pushing on in, throwing a grenade, but again, if they just dodge, you're not gonna do much. Although he's paying attention, he's not retreating. That's unfortunate. 76 now launching artillery, knocked out the MG, which is excellent. AT's still there, so we can't get close, but at least the artillery is helping break up those lines. And hitting the retreating units, but they don't have to retreat very far. JH, that's very ballsy of a move, I will say, because again, having a building this close, especially with both British artillery and also the Soviets, Katyusha, or base artillery for the Brits, that's incredibly risky. So what's the goal here? What's the plan, right? But anyway, Allies advancing quite quickly. Axis are playing a solid defense, but British are... No, fear propaganda is coming on in, which might make the Germans just retreat here if they're the OKW, AKJH. The Austria, however, a little different story. They'll be forced to retreat, thanks to terror tactics, and if they're forced to retreat, then or being suppressed, then they're not going to engage all these forces. So originally, I would say the Germans had advantage, but with that suppression, I think the allies can take this side pretty easily. On the right, we have a T-34 by Joey being hit by a T-Fire. 222 and Grenadiers trying to hold the line against the Universal Carrier. Looks like the Soviet assault on the right is going to falter a little bit. T-34 backs on up penals as well. They will have a reinforced point, so at least Taz can support his team that way. But again, it's not looking all that great. Volk squads should be able to easily overwhelm these penals, incinerate them if need be. But yeah, we'll see how things fare. Penals and guards moving on in, trying their best to take this position. And you know what? They're mowing down the Sturms. There is MG here guarding. There is a PAC-43 here, which is livid. Again, I like JH building such a device because, again, he's like, well, Greyshot, you literally called out my AT abilities. Well, how about this? I'm literally building the biggest fucking gun I can. I'm like, okay, that's fair. You build a big gun. I'm very happy for you. But now you have to actually hit something with it. And right now the allies don't have that much armor, so it's really just going to be a paperweight. I mean, it'll be a very scary-looking paperweight. But as long as he doesn't move up anything, I think the Axis mainly have to deal with the allied infantry and artillery. God damn, that was an amazing hit. JH is losing a couple of units. And more units coming on in. So, come on, Brits. One more excellent shot right there, since he's just chilling and trying to heal through it. Woo! Another great shot. Pack gun does knock out the Universal Carrier that stepped a little too close. But again, I feel like the bigger issue here is all the units dying right there, especially if the Obstadan runs into it. Is there any more artillery? No more artillery. Okay. Well, still, that was a lot of damage done. So we'll see what JH does. In mid, Engineer Squad retreats. Not entirely sure why. Maybe he's just trying to build up. Joey. Oh, D-Gaming didn't build his tier 4. That's why. That's unfortunate. On the right, Axis continue to hold against the Soviet assault and other British forces. Again, he has a Cromwell, so Taz does have some decent armor. Here's the problem, though. Panther. Yeah, light blue is a Panther, and the Stuka, which, by the way, has not hit anything as of yet. It could eventually hit something. You know, guys, let's talk to Stuka. Say, yes, you can. Stuka, you can do it. I believe you can get one kill. You can show the world that you can absolutely be a, terrifying artillery piece. We'll see how long that takes. But, you know, we maybe believe in you. Maybe not. We'll see. Anyway. He's moving on up. We have recon in the sector thanks to, Jaeger armor. B4 is also firing, so Joey got artillery. Try to pulverize the German sector. Well, a Panther's hitting the Cromwell. B4 has no kills either. So, that's unfortunate. Oh my god! Alright. Well, the recon took a direct shot from the B4, but Suka's doing just fine. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but World War II is actually very similar to Pokemon. Artillery shots are not very effective against flying types, aka Stukas. Anyway, AT shots open fire on the T-34. Again, Cromwell's very injured, so again, we have to watch out for that. Engineers, again, on standby to heal. There goes the Universal Carrier. That's maybe a delaying tactic. Stuka, come on! Oh my god. There we go, Stuka. There we go. And you got yourself 14 kills with that shot. There, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, allies in definitely going to be in disarray, especially because Taz doesn't exactly have the manpower to easily replenish and restock a lot of the units as quickly as he may want. There is still a lot of allied forces there, and the Germans are pretty barren on the front, as most of the frontline infantry are healing. But overall, it's not too bad. Again, JH, you have a lot of buildings on the forefront. Not entirely sure why. Anyway, let's see. We have some positions that are currently under Axis control. Penal's taking one munition point. Again, Manta's giving it his all, but is yet to like solidify this left-hand side. At least he's constantly harassing it and constantly, putting pressure. That will hurt JH. JH has a very small amount of actual men he can deploy to the front. Manpower as well is pretty low. He does have a Panther, I'll give him that, but Again, I feel like the amount of AT he has is disproportionate to the amount of anti-infantry he has, especially compared to Manta, who has a solid frontline force and a solid AT force, just lacking the armor. But I think Manta's saving up. Yep, he's saving up for a comment. Here comes the rain, na 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 na, you're dead. And that's thanks to General Zero's Werfer and Brumbar. So it looks like maybe General Zero is kind of filling in. But again, even he just only has one Grenadier squad. So, and that's not retreating. Though decent still in the Vickers. Again, the biggest issue I see right now for the Axis is front line. Because if the Allies keep causing havoc to take the territory, you don't have as much to take it, which allow the Allies to hold it. We have some strike coming on in that's zeroing. Do we have recon? We need a recon plane. Though again, mortar pit. Oh, Panther's here. Okay, so JH does have something to see. So he's trying to use zeroing to kill this position. I mean, it will keep the Allies back, so maybe they'll hold on to the territory. So that's not too bad. VP-wise, again, Allies in complete disarray. They need another VP point. And, well, maybe Joey can grab the middle area. Soviets pushing on in. Cromwell trying to run over the Panzer Grenadiers, but they're like, nah, boss, sorry. We're not, that's not happening. Also, 222 has the spotting scope, so we can see pretty damn far. Panther diving the Cromwell. No mines to speak of, it looks like. I'm looking all over. I don't see any mines in this sector. I don't see any AT as either. T-34 is busy over in mid. Shock troops just smoking the Panther, which is quite funny. All right, now coming on in, AT guns do hit the Cromwell. B4 is completely open. Could do a direct shot, but doesn't have the resources. Maybe a satchel? Oh, he did form of the Russia, which is, I mean, he does have enough for a satchel, though. There he goes. So, taking the shot on the front. Panther's just coming in. He's going to kill the Cromwell. This is a complete, wait, B4 is about to fire. When it goes over the, Panther's like, so what you doing there, son? Nothing. Just don't mind us. We're just gonna fire another shot over you. Oh, wait. Is he not gonna fire? Oh, he doesn't fire. Oh, no, he's dead. AT gun kills him. And they throw up on the grenade for good measure. Oh, man. So Joey, while at least having 900 manpower, doesn't really have an army on the field, which is bad for the Allies since they kind of need a little thing called victory points in order to stay in this fight. Anyway, let's see right now. We have additional forces coming on in. Allies at least taking mid, and they have the left. So they stop the bleed. But again, it's going to be how long. Artillery coming in, trying to deal with the pack. That's British artillery. But again, JH, the one weakness for him is the lack of infantry. He only has one frontline unit. Double AT pushed back the Panther. Again, a good sized infantry army could easily push that back, but he doesn't have that. So the double AT might kill his Panther because he was very ballsy for no reason. Smoke coming on in from General Zero. Oh, okay, maybe he sees the penals, he's just trying to cover. Or he has no, actually, well, Sturm's still advancing. They kill one, no, they won't, will they kill? No, they might die. Okay, yeah, pull back. Nice kill on the S-285 by the Panther, who's now blitzing away. Ah, yes, just incredible stuff right there. Allies completely falling apart. Again, losing an S-285 as well. Joey has very few, well, no armor and very few frontline units. Taz has armor. Again, some of which survived, good for him. And he also has a Firefly, so a good nutcracker for Panthers. But again, like we look here, Light Blue has a ton of resources. And overall, the average for the Axis, I would say, is low 70s. So again, it's one of those situations where if the Axis focus, I think they can easily win this. And I think they are indeed focusing. Right now, we have ourselves War for Fire on the left. Again, they're trying their best. There's a croc coming on in, so Manta didn't actually go for the Comet. Actually went for a Crocodile. Which, again, gun can't necessarily fight the Brumbar per se and always pen. But it can take the hits. Pack 43 is guarding the territory. Nice Werfer shot. Knocks out an AT gun. AT gun being like, all right, we're getting desperate now. Take over the position. Which, okay. You took it over. So at least they'll have that. And again, they'll keep putting additional pressure on. But again, Grenadier Squad comes on in. But again, the biggest issue, General Zero does not have a frontline force. I would say 2 or 3 Grenadiers would make that very, impactful. But alas, nice job with the Guards Airborne trying to help out in mid. Katusha as well, 11 kills, doing its best. Werfers, by the way, have like 9 kills. Katusha very close to the front. I'd be very, very cautious on that. On the right, Commandos have actually taken over the position, though. Volk Blob inbound. Oh, no, it's not really a Blob. It's 2 Volk squads. Blob is 3 or more. I sometimes speak on my own context here. Anyway, we have something coming on in. That would be, the artillery from the assault officer. They're trying to focus on the infantry because that's the most important thing. Really don't care about the Panther, right? It's not that big of a threat. Greyshot's killing my infantry. Yeah, but the Volk squads will take the territory. Panthers can't. So if you kill the infantry, they can't take it. Artillery gets a nice shot on the retreating Volk, though, again, he doesn't have that far to retreat to, which is the biggest problem for the Allies, although Allies technically don't have that far if they upgrade, but we'll see what they do. Panther on standby. We have a lot of Soviet forces in mid. Again, MG trying to suppress them. Shock troops throw a grenade. Probably will kill it. And does. Good grenade by Joey. Although JH is doing his best to dodge the AT fire as well. Alright. Anti-air actually doing some good work. Looks like we actually got a couple teller mines, so good job for the Germans to be placing so many mines on key corridors to make sure the enemy doesn't charge and kill any of the artillery, so they are prepped. Stuka's firing once again, hoping for that amazing... No! He's actually dropping fire. He wants to burn, baby burn that forward position. And you know what? He will. Fire will come down, hit the retreating infantry as well. Wow, okay, yeah, cook them. And there goes the building. So excellent job right there, I would say. Wonderful job. Again, he has really turned himself around. This Duke is going places. Hopefully. I just said it, so it's going to jinx it. Werfer coming in on the penals. Wiping that squad too, so Allies losing more men. Joey's manpower is gone now. Down to 2 shock troops and now Katusha coming on in. Again, if I'm the Axis as well, I would think about how much artillery the Allies have, right, if I'm the Germans, and try to deal with that. Sure, you don't exactly have a Panzer IV, but Hold the Line is active, I believe. Yes, Hold the Line is active. Might stop the Germans from taking over this territory for a little bit of time, which again, bringing down the Germans about 100 VPs, but they have to bring them down 300 more in order to gain the lead. Air support, though, will do some damage. Again, any unit in enemy territory will be focused on, such as the Reckenwerfer over here, if seen, the mortar here, the Grenadiers, the infantry push on right, which looks like they are trying to advance in on. Nice job by the Air Force coming on in, suppressing the Volk. Commandos could do a lot more to those units on retreat. Again, strikes hitting everything. Reckenwerfer is down. Infantry's being strafed. Panthers being strafed. And again, the armor I like backed up even further so they can lure him into a trap. Perfect. Again, the Allies are giving it everything they have. Remember, they don't exactly have a ton of munitions, so they can't keep using Hold the Line. It's not like my stupid strat. But, yeah, no, it still can be quite effective if used in a pinch, and I think right there it was. Nice Katusha. Okay, we'll see if it gets any wipes. Coming on in, doing a decent amount to the Obersoldaten. And the AT gun. NG, though, is generally fine. MG pulling on back. Engineer squad's taking over the munition point. Wait. Oh, we did have a dive. I'm sorry. Nice Katusha kill. Artillery coming on the British forces. Can he escape? AT gun. There's 3 AT guns right now. Smoke. Smoke. Oh, there is smoke coming on in. General Zero's helping us ally. That's really cool. And they're trying to direct shot, but doesn't work. Alright, fun fact, probably should have called in from the side of the map so it was there quicker, but good dive by JH, knocking out the British Katusha that D Gaming had. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If the Allies really don't have much of a front, go on in. And they did, and they absolutely knocked out the artillery, allowing the Germans to have the LFHs, have the Werfers, have the additional, you know, like, support. The only thing I criticize is the frontline infantry, because they, between two armies, there's only 2 infantry. So, yeah. Panzer Grenadiers pushing left. Also, Dotton might kill the engineer squad if... Oh, God. We actually have an IL-2 strike on the Pak-43. Not a bad kill if you knock that out. At least armor then could move up. They're still packed in defenses. But at least you've removed that that threat. Vet 5 will Sedan send conscripts. Do you really want to fight me right now? Do you really want to fight me? Penals destroy the cover, but again, it's P2S rifles versus a penal. That's not... They're not going to do much. On the far right, we have a fantastic Katusha knocking out a mortar, possibly 2 AT guns. Almost a Dodden as well, possibly being used. Holy shit! Now that's a spicy artillery hit. And yeah, the AT is also clearing all the support weaponry. Great artillery shots, neutralize a large chunk of Green's army. Green still, though, has enough to bring up reinforcements, so not too bad for him yet. And then also we have light blue. Which light blue, by the way, has you know, a good assortment of frontline infantry, armor, artillery, etc. Which is guarding mid and trying to push back Joey as well with some support by JH, who, by the way, might be diving in once he's diving in again. God damn! All right. But again, he needs to know where he's going. And as we can see, the Katusha's back here. He's pushing up to a blob. So I'm trying to see where he's going. We go on the big map, though. We can see the Panthers charging forward. He's going right, but we know there's nothing there. Again, this is where recon really needs to come on in. So, aerial shots coming on in shows a Panther completely isolated. Okay, the one aspect is he did find the glider, but it doesn't have the upgrade. So, the glider is not being used as a forward retreat point. But I bet you the Brits know where this Panther is and is like, all armor, focus fire on target. Roger that. Fireflies take a while to turn the turret, but if they focus an AT grenade, yep, there it goes. That Panther is what I call screwed. So, yeah. Could have been great, but needed a bit of recon, which his ally did have. So, maybe coordinating, talking, or getting yourself your own. Now, don't worry. JH said, nah, you know, it's fine. I got myself a King Tiger. Remember, this is what the Germans used to win the war, so we're fine. Right? Right? Remember, they got the big heavy tanks, and everyone said they immediately won? Right? They had more success with the heavy tanks than they did with the light tanks, right? 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 Right, chat? Anyway. He's about to learn out the hard way that without support, he might have a hard time with the Soviets over here. Anyway, MG trying to support, but the commandos in good cover are demolishing the Volk. Although another King Tiger comes on in, thanks to Light Green being like, nah, I'm just getting pop cap. Actually, so too does Light Blue, getting himself an elephant. So the Axis are like, okay, we're done. We are at, bring out the big guns. Elephant, 2 King Tigers, and I would be shocked if... Well, General Zero doesn't really have that, but he does have... Oh, he did have the LFH knocked out, but he is bringing out Panther, so at least he has something. Croc is still... Croc is causing havoc. Trying to push back the Gren. Does have AT support, does have infantry support. So left-hand side could be firmly under Manta's hands if he can hold on and dig in. Infantry section as well with some good veterancy to them. Again, Pack Gun could maybe hold it back with Brumbar support, and MG holding back the infantry. Werfer's coming on in. Could be a great shot. Is a fantastic shot. Pushing back the infantry section. AT guns do push back the armor. Soviet forces hold mid. Axis has been unable to really gain their advantage back. Though with the King Tiger on right and all the support, I think they have the best shot on right for taking it. Katusha coming on in, aiming the Volk. Again, if the AT guns, which Actually, they don't. Oh, Elephant. Elephant would need to come in and really put the Fireflies in their place. If they do that, then I think they'll be fine. Because, again, you can use the 222 spotting scope to get extended view, out-see or outrange all the infantry, right? You see afar, and then you just take the shots downrange without the Fireflies even knowing you're there. We also have LEFH artillery coming in this sector that's causing all sorts of havoc for him. So decent shots there. Actually, almost vet 2 at this rate, so good job. In mid, unfortunately, lack of infantry is really not helping JH, who is having a real rough time with his 2 squads, or I guess 3 now, trying to grab that territory. Soviet's trying to do his best, or D-Gaming specifically, to hold back JH. General Zero did lose the left, so he's on the back foot. And remember, the forward base is right here. So if General Zero can't support his team, then JH's frontline base will be an easy target. It will be absolutely a hit by both British and Soviet artillery and forces. Pack gun does hit the Croc, though is very small amounts. AT gun firing. Werfer's lighting up the infantry. Maybe can neutralize the AT gun. No, AT gun survives and Croc takes a couple hits though. Mortar 17 kills, not too shabby. Assault officer taking the right. Again, using a Vickers K-Light machine gun, which I've been told is not very good anymore. So I was told that is very good, but apparently it is not. So apparently get your Bren guns, but whatever. Anyway, it's still doing enough against the Sadat. Su-85 hitting the Brumbar, doing a decent job. We have, again, the armor force here. Elephant is, I mean, technically could support if he needed to. If the armor does stop, which he is, I'm assuming he should be able to see. Yeah, he can. He can see all the armor on standby. Nice shot on the Brumbar, not from the Brumbar, on the shock troops, pushing them back. King Tiger gets an excellent shot. Air support hits the Brumbar. Double Su-85s. Enough AT to hold back that King. Something's coming on in. Oh, it's hold the line, right? Is it hold the line? Yeah, it is. So air support's coming in right now on the Brumbar. Push back the support equipment. Oh, killed their Kenwerfer under retreat. That's pretty good. Nice strafe. Yeah. Uh-oh, never mind. I thought I was going to do more against the Sturm. Stuka pushed back some of Joey's forces. Right now we have light blue under fire. Green, bet 2 with the Stuka. And green's pushing back against commandos, but again, the Fireflies might be an issue. So I do like how the Allies have been the consistent thorn in the Axis side, even with the bigger stuff. Also, speaking of bigger stuff, Taz got himself a croc. So 2 crocodiles on the field.
Damned enemies tried to take a point from us.
Probably not the not the thing that's going to turn the tide, but it's still good, I would say. Panzer Grenadier is holding on to the position, doing its best, and right now it's a battle for the VPs, and right now the Axis actually need to start changing strategy because they've went down 300 VPs. Like, what the hell? Now, Shrek Fire does push back the Firefly, but the assault officer's like, hey, wait, you're shooting that? Oh, cool, I'll shoot you. So, yeah, not exactly the best strategy. Katusha as well hitting the infantry around the position. Luckily, Sadat does dodge, and the retreat point's not too bad. LFH as well can return fire in case they charge. Werfer coming on in. Assault officer's in harm's way. Doesn't get wiped, but it's definitely out of the act. Sadat charging the Croc, maybe not the best idea. On the left, we have a small push by, again, General Zero with 1 frontline infantry. Big issue. Artillery pushing back some of the infantry. Sturm's grabbing the fuel, so at least the Germans have that. So they'll have fuel advantage again. Or at least, you know, to a greater extent, I should say. Grenadiers holding on to the, or trying to take the VP, but the assault officer and Croc will probably stop him. Again, double Werfer now opening fire. Could do a lot, but focusing on the AT gun, which does die. I'll give credit where credit's due. But right now, the big blob of infantry is probably the biggest issue. Smoke coming down thanks to the assault officer. Stopping the MG, which, by the way, Vet 3 solid work, but stopping it from really suppressing or doing havoc to it. Infantry section could probably grab that territory. On the right, the commandos do decap the territory, although they do lose a gun. Hell of a shot! Whoa! And this 5 tries to make do on that and try to take out the units. B4, Vet 2 after that. That was a double whammy of a shot. All right. B4's like, all right, I made a fool of myself earlier. Not doing that again. Vet 2 immediately. That's also really good because it increases rate of fire and accuracy. So, amazing job. A large amount of British armor on standby guarding the front. So, this Panther might want to dive on in, but yeah, good luck with that. Zeroing is in play, so I'm actually surprised Green and them haven't tried to coordinate for a big zeroing counteroffensive to try to hit all this stuff. But, okay, there he's using zeroing. It is farther back, but you need to force them into that pocket, and I don't know if you can. Oh, artillery does hit the Firefly, so that's good. It will hit the mortar, too. You need recon, which Obsidian is providing. He's kind of hiding over here, but the artillery will probably hit that Kronos because it's in the territory. Nice bundle. Almost kills. Probably will kill the assault officer with this Obsidian squad. Unless something happens. Oh, nice shot. Cromwell kills the Obsidian. Werfer coming in on the shock troops. Again, zeroing does kill the mortar. Doesn't really hit this, which I'm a little shocked about. Now shock troops have an LMG. Goddamn. LMG being pushed back. Pads Grenadiers pushing into mid. Again, they're advancing. They're trying their best in order to hopefully maybe kill some caches. I would say go for the artillery, but once again, you need to do recon for that. And right now, all the Katyushas are pretty far back. B4 getting some additional kills. Hitting what, back here? Oh, hitting the medical facility. All the Shrek fire hits the shock troops and does absolutely nothing. Amazing. Shock troops, 2 Vet 3 squads too. That's pretty solid. Forces the Panzer Grenadiers back. And right now, the Germans trying to grab a VP at all costs. They keep getting 1. They can never get 2, which is a little shocking to me. Actually, hold on. A little shocking. A little flanking maneuver by JH. A little bit of an interesting move. Again, Comet Tank by Manta and Croc. Nice Katyusha shot. Murders that unit. Good shotgun approach by D-Gaming. Yeah, Manta, again, has a lot of units that can kill your men on retreat. Oh, luckily he's pulling them back through the force. That's actually pretty funny. Run, man. Oh, no, he's not pulling back. Run, Volk. You're going to die. Yeah, a bit too late on that. Pack gun's at least hitting the Croc. But again, they need to deal with the infantry. Luckily, the MG is suppressing them. Hopefully, dealing with it, and the Brumbar can bring in another shot, forcing them back even more. Gren's moving into the VP. King Tiger on standby, Brumbar, Pack gun, all sorts of stuff to hopefully keep the armor at bay. But again, I think hold the line's active? Oh, it is! So that's why they're pulling back. They don't want to deal with all the plane strafes. Though at least they have this territory, so the Germans don't have to worry about anything here. But like this MG's in enemy territory, so he needs to worry. Warfare Fire comes on in, does actually a decent amount to the Croc. Gren's about to die if they don't get the hell out of there. Croc also under 50% health, so needs to pull back. Stern Pioneers moving on into mid. Again, large armor force. Katyusha hitting the armor. Stun it, but again, there's even with the Brumbar there, they don't really care, I assume. There's still plenty of allied infantry to come on in. My biggest thing is all this armor, right? Can you commit this armor into an actual offensive push, right? With zeroing and recon, like, can we make this happen? Can we do that? Artillery is currently hitting all this grouped up armor. Again, if I'm the, like, you have spotting scopes. You can see farther. Elephant can hit farther. It's shocking to me that we're not seeing any more coordination. Nice shot on the assault officer. Artillery does blind the elephant a little bit. He's going to move up, though. Does hit the Croc, which is healing. WSC5 coming on in. Panther's taking the hits. And gets satcheled. So he's going to be out of commission for a little bit. Again, this could be a big W if the Allies can kill this elephant. Although it hasn't got any kills, but it would just be a moral victory, I guess. WS-35 is pushing, but actually, bit of a trap. Joey taking lots of hits from all the armor that, again, didn't want to commit, and the Shrek teams. Nice kill on the 2 units. Can we get a third? We might. We probably will. 3 units down. And now the British come on in. Okay. Where were you a minute ago? You could have helped kill the Panzer Grenadiers. Well, Joey lost 3 major important units. Firefly goes down. Allies walked into this fight, but by God, it's something the Axis needed. Light blue and green effectively kill multiple Allied units and open up this corridor on the right. Shock troops trying to make do with what they have, but King Tiger now has really nothing to fear and is now just going to lay all of its blame, all of its frustrations down on these shock troops, which Brumbar does murder, which was the one with the LMG, which is a little sad to see. Shock troops now going to be by Werfer fire, I think. Oh, I thought Werfers were firing. Cromwell diving on in on the Werfer, but he's hiding in between all the armor. Elephant could fire. Puts him down before the Cromwell's even able to dive on in. Could have killed the Elephant. Could have killed a lot of things, but alas, did not. Needs a good shot right there with something. Allies have an IL-2 bomb strike. They could if they had recon. This is where the assault officer could do the recon plane if he had enough munitions. Identify it, recon it, and try to call in a direct strike on this armor healing back at base. Left-hand side, it looks like the Axis did manage to actually take this position. Hot damn, double MG causing all sorts of havoc. Comet, though, and Croc managing to open the line with the Firefly backing them up. Grenadiers trying to hold, but Brumbar can only do so much. Panther as well. Wow, Bunker, really? I mean, I guess that's not terrible if you're a PopCap. Oh, well, nope, population just opened up, General. Holy mackerel. All right, there's some units down. Comet very low. Panther could kill it. Although, bounce. Nice kill on the pack. Again, 3 Werfers. Do you have enough Werfers, man? Do you have enough? They kill the AT gun, but Firefly and Crockett keep it pushing on in. Bunker's still there, chilling. Allies actually managing to take the right. And the Germans are 14 points away from a loss. So they need to hold on to a point. Which is shocking. Because, again, they still have a ton of armor. Well, a lot of it's... Oh, my God. Please tell me that... Okay, this is being repaired, but they're focused on the king. There's so many armored vehicles being like, guys, we need repairs. What? We'll pay for repairs. Werfer trying to come in to stop the decap, but it's not able to work. Again, all sorts of bunkers, but not enough to stop the decap. Middle, Germans trying to take it. Will at least stop the bleed at 10 VPs. But again, the British didn't take the left, so that's going to start it up again.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
I don't understand. Maybe it's just me. Chat, maybe it is just me, but yeah. Oh, artillery hitting the medical facility in case they wanted to heal. That's not going to go well. Hold the lines active. So Air Force coming on in. Again, Axis killing the armor. Even with double Werfer LFH by 3, I still could take the point. I agree with that. I 100% agree. And there goes the game. The Germans lost this not because they didn't have the armor or support, or my cat, hello there, but they lost it. Cat, can I okay. Amazing. It's funny how my cat will literally come over and just sit right in front of my what's it called? My stream deck. It's like, thanks, cat. You're really helping me out. Anyway, even with that, anyway, what was I on? Anyway, they just didn't have the infantry to take the point. That's the thing. The Axis had everything except for one thing. It's like, anyway, top damage goes to Light Blue, and I actually think he did a pretty good job. Actually, I think JH and him did really good. JH did some good dives as well and got some decent kills. The problem with General Zero and JH, which is not having the infantry, I feel like Light Blue and I feel like Green actually did a far better job on their front versing Joey and versing Taz, because they took heavy losses. Joey lost his army multiple times, and Taz as well took a severe beating. His armor relatively was able to make it out okay, but still, it was a lot for him to deal with. But Joey did snake out top damage and top kills. Actually goes to D Gaming. Now, this replay was actually submitted by Taz, so thank you, Taz, for submitting it. I thought this was a really good game. I think this is a solid game that shows that even if the enemy's in the lead, even if they have all the armor, all the support, all the AT, all the artillery, all this stuff, if they lack something very crucial, in this case, frontline infantry, then you can take advantage and deal with it. And they did. They used their infantry very well, grabbing territory, beating back support equipment, using the artillery, hold the line, everything they need to. They did a decent amount of teamwork. The Axis did not in the second half, more so than the first. So, hey, great game, great job. And let me know what you guys think. Again, I think that overall, some things could have been used better, like the elephant. Like, I'm surprised they didn't get more kills with it. Although, like, King Tigers and stuff did okay. Almost decent kills, not gonna lie, but just need more infantry. Again, General Zero packed it okay. Manta, good job with his AT. They was able to hold back the armor pretty effectively, and that is true. Manta did push back 2 people, so that takes a lot of determination. Penal's not holding up the kills, but again, they had Petros rifles, so what do you expect? Joey, lot of death, but you know, he held, and Taz as well, decent job with his Firefly and armor. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello, everyone. This is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, BigChuche, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.